Blog Talk Radio. Welcome to the show where we rock with the bestest and all the admins. They listen to your rants and your questions. Don't be offended if they get a little bit of your shit. Sex insensitive in the title if you know what it is. You should be prepared for bitches. Even Ryan has his issues. Get your big girl panties on and maybe grab a box of tissues. Here we go, let's get it started. Cause these bitches go the hardest. They don't give a fuck. Remember that before you start your calling.
Hey everyone, it's Chay. Thanks for listening again tonight. What we're going to do is answer a few fan questions that we got earlier. On tonight with me is Davina, my girlfriend, Mary, and Kadie Hoover, who is a fan of ours. So our first question is, in a gay relationship with men, is there a taker and a giver, or do the rules go both ways? And Mary's going to answer that.
Well, I have to say I'm not necessarily the, authority in men's gay relationships, obviously. But I think from my experience with friends of mine that are gay, it totally depends on the people. I think often there is a giver and a taker, but there are also relationships that I've known about where they kind of switch off, and it's all about the loving. Just like with a man and a woman, sometimes I'm on top with husbands, sometimes he's on top. It all depends.
All right. And our next question is, what age is your daughter or son not supposed to sleep in the same bed as you? What age is it not appropriate anymore? And we'll send that one to Kadie.
I honestly believe that once your kid needs his independence, which is my son's about 2 now, when they start learning that, they need their own space and a place to calm down, I believe they should have their own bed. They might not always sleep in it every night, but I definitely think that they need their own place to calm down and grow and learn on their own. So I think about 2 or 3 when they start getting, really independent with everything.
All right, and our next question, is it wrong to have liked or slept with your stepbrother? I think that's a little bit wrong, especially if you're going to say they're your stepbrother. I guess that's a little bit creepy for me. What does everyone else think?
I'm going to say if you were raised together in a house as step-siblings, it's a little weird. If your parents met when you were older, maybe, you were like teenagers or out of the house and not necessarily in a family-type relationship, still kind of creepy, but okay. And this is Mary, by the way. Kadie?
I honestly think that if you're a family and you guys call each other stepbrother and stepsister, then you're a family, blood or not, and I don't think that's right on any level. I don't believe in cousins or anything else. So I think you're honestly thinking of yourself as a family member of that person. I think that just messes up. I think it's incest, honestly, but that's just me.
What about you, Davina? Do your stepbrother or sister?
No, I think I agree with everybody else on the show that that's totally inappropriate, especially if you were raised together as a family, living in the same house. If your parents are in a serious relationship, if they're married and they're together, then most likely your step-parent considers you their child and your parent considers the other kid their child. So it would be a little bit weird. Yeah.
If Davina was my stepsister, I'd totally bang her.
I probably would too. She has a nice rack.
I don't think I would.
And the freckles.
Those feelings.
Freckles.
Let's all sexually harass Davina right now.
You guys are assholes, all of you.
You guys knew what was coming when you asked me to be on tonight.
Of course. You like to sexually harass Davina all the time.
I do. I can't help it. I send her pictures of nude people that aren't me.
It's not
Is it harassment
if
you enjoy it? I don't think so. No? Okay.
What? All right, I'm going to take a caller. It's a 719 area code. If you have any questions for us or just want to introduce yourself and say hi real quick, then you're on in 3, 2, 1. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, that was me.
There's
not the caller.
Okay. Well, Mary, you weren't on last night, so if you want to introduce yourself to everyone who doesn't know you, go ahead.
Okay, well, I am Mary. If you guys are fans, you probably see me signing off with just M. That's me. I'm 31. I am married. I always refer to my husband as husbeast, but it is an endearing term. I have 3 children. They are 1.5, 6, and 10, and I'm fun. I like bacon, and I like to have sex a lot, and I really enjoy MU. So that's pretty much my intro.
You know, I would say you were a perfect match for me.
Really?
Yeah, you sound like
you want to do it?
Type. Should make like a dating hotline out of this.
She does like bacon.
I do like bacon.
I like bacon, freckles, red hair, and green eyes.
I don't have red hair, but I could dye it. I have everything else.
I could make an exception, I'm just saying. Because I like boobs, too, and like Brian, he doesn't have boobs. So it's a pretty good trade there.
But I have booty.
Yeah, I mean, you have it, so.
You do have a big booty. I'm
sorry, Jay.
Damn. I want to give a shout-out to my vagina group. I love you, ladies, and you're the best.
Yeah, you know, speaking of vaginas, did you know that my vagina shoots rainbows out of it?
I did.
I saw
it.
It's pretty awesome.
It's exciting. Okay, I have another question. Why is it so crazy if a woman likes or dates a younger guy? I'm 24 and totally crushing on a 22-year-old at work. It's not even a big difference, but I can't even talk to him without people thinking it's weird, let alone date him. Men supposedly mature slower than women, but then again, everyone is different. So why is this so outrageous? Keep in mind, once gay couples or interracial couples are not only frowned upon but illegal. Shouldn't we all follow our heart? I think you should follow your heart to an extent. If you love an animal to the point where you want to do inappropriate things to them, don't. That goes for children and anything illegal. But if you want to have sex with a yellow guy, a black guy, do what you do.
Word.
Anyone?
I think that's kind of a dumb question. It's a 2-year age difference. That's nothing. And at that age, it's nothing.
Yeah,
it's not like
guys
it's,
already matured.
Yeah, it's not like it's, 13 and
16-year-old
15.
guy and a 19-year-old woman.
Yeah, it all depends on the age, too. So if you're, that age and you're into the guy that's 2 years younger than you, fucking go for it. It could be awesome.
Yeah, you guys are mature adults.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I mean, hopefully. My husband's 10 months younger than me. I don't see any difference in it unless you're, 55 and 20. Then, that's, of course, like dating my grandpa and everything, but, I mean, I don't see a problem with it.
Everyone needs some loving, though.
Hey, now, when I was 22, I dated a 35-year-old, and that was some hot shit. I'm just saying.
Okay.
But he's not as old as your grandpa. So.
No, he wasn't.
Then it's okay. I mean, I don't see really a problem with age at all. No, nothing below 18. I'll take that back.
What if you're 25 and 18? Is that too much? What's the age difference before, I don't know, 16-year-olds, how old can they be? Dating. I don't know. Is it okay to date a 25-year-old when you're 16?
For me, when I hear teen, it goes into the legal area. If you're 16, to me, I don't think you should be dating anybody over, 18 and over, just because of all the problems that it can cause for them.
Yeah, that's too much.
Stay away from it, because it doesn't even have to be you. Your parents can get pissed and fuck somebody up for life.
Well, I guess I'm the wrong person to say anything because I started dating Michaela when she was 16, and I was, how old? 18?
Dirty whore.
Nothing, though. You were only 18.
Dirty.
That's a 2-year age difference.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it really does depend on their level of maturity. Shay was already out of school. She was a full-time mom. She was a lot more adult than your average 16-year-old. And she, you know, if you're dating a little high school boy and you're in college with a career, then that's just not okay.
I mean, I'm just saying, I wouldn't date Justin Bieber. Okay?
Well, after seeing his, naked pic there earlier, I don't think very many people will. He looks like he's about 12 years old.
I'm not going to lie, though, I would totally date Selena Gomez.
I would too.
Yeah, she's on my
I mean, she has a hairy back, though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know what to say to that.
So, like, if you're 18 and say you're really mature for your age, would you date someone like 35, 40?
I think I might be pushing it. I don't know. I just feel like my mom is a young mom, and so is my dad. My dad's a young dad, so it's almost like dating one of your parents. You shouldn't date somebody who could easily be your parent, especially if you don't know who your dad is. That could be a disaster.
Oh, wow.
I didn't think about that.
No.
Well, like for which, like I said, I was about 22, so a little bit older, but, I was at that point on my first separation from my first husband when I dated the older guy. So I had already been married, I had a child, and, I had a professional full-time job. So I was also a little bit further ahead than a lot of people my age. So he and I kind of met in the middle as far as our maturity levels. And we had a good time. We had fun. We had a lot that we could talk about. We had a lot in common. So you're right. It does depend.
Yeah, it really does depend on the people. I mean, if you're 18, fresh out of high school, still acting like a 16-year-old, and you're dating someone who's 35, 40, then who's mature and has a life and a career and a job, family, all that good stuff, then it's just a little bit too much.
But what if they're really, really sexy?
What if they're really, really sexy?
Yeah, really sexy.
I don't know. I mean, I guess as a younger person, you can't really, whatever. If they're sexy, they're sexy. But as an older person, you should think about the fact that the person you're dating is like 20 years younger than you.
I mean, I'm a lot older than you, Davina.
How old are you?
You don't like cougars, Davina?
How old are you?
I'm 31.
You're not that much older than me. You're only 9 years older than me. I'm talking like 15, 20 years. That's a lot of years. That's like, the difference between a kindergartner and a high schooler. Like, that's a lot of years.
All right, I have a question from the inbox. How do you make yourself squirt? I can't answer this because I've never squirted.
I can answer that.
I can, too.
Go ahead, Kadie.
Okay, I'm just going to put it all out there. When you're having sex and you're really into it and you start to feel like an urge, like you have to go pee, well, as bad as it sounds, when you're horny and you're about to do your thing, you're not going to pee, I promise you. But if you actually, let it out, you feel like you're pushing out a pee, you're squirting.
You know what?
Also,
I don't believe that.
Really?
Yes. I think I accidentally peed in Chay's mouth one time.
That wasn't on accident.
No, it wasn't an accident.
I don't believe it was on accident either.
No, it really was. It was unintentional completely. It was just a really amazing orgasm, and I did not squirt. I peed.
Thank you for admitting that to everyone. Because
I would just like to say to the viewers that I hope you're enjoying this discussion of golden showers and rainbow shooting vaginas and, age differences in relationships, because we're really enjoying giving all of this to you.
Yeah, I just enjoyed Davina telling you all that. I'm so excited that you all know that I drank tea. That's beautiful.
And I have to agree with Kadie. I have to agree with Kadie. You get a feeling where, it's very, very intense, and you're like, holy shit, I'm about to piss myself, but I don't want to stop because it's awesome. But you have to push yourself a little bit past it.
You got to do it.
You got to do it. You just got to go for it and just figure, you know what? If it doesn't work out like that, and if I give this motherfucker a golden shower, then I'm just going to play it like that's what I meant to do. Because 9 times out of 10, you're going to squirt. And it's awesome. I'm just saying.
I mean, some people are into that, too. Golden showers. Who knows?
What about golden showers? Would any of you let someone pee on you? If your husband asked you, hey, can I piss on you because it turns me on, what would you do?
Absolutely not. I'm sorry.
Who's that, Mary?
Kadie.
I'd turn it around back on him and be like, all right, can I pee on you first?
What if he has a pee fetish, and what if he said, absolutely, I would love that, baby? Then what do you do?
Then I would go for it.
And then he
I would go for it.
Be able to pee on you.
Is he trying to piss in my mouth or just piss on me?
Both. He just showered you with all of it, and he told you to keep your mouth open.
Yeah, I don't think I'd keep my mouth open. I have an aversion to bodily fluids. You know what? I'm married, and we do some freaky fucked up shit. So if he's into something like that and he just wants to pee on me, I'd look at him really fucking funny, but then I'd be like, you know what? It's not like he's trying to shit on me. This is not 2 girls, 1 cup. I'd go for it. Why not?
Hey, try new things.
Shut up. Stop judging me.
I'm not judging you. I'd pee on Michaela.
I wouldn't let you pee on me.
See? That's the difference. Shay is not open to new things in a relationship.
What if I really wanted to pee?
Well,
what if I really wanted to pee on her?
I've discussed it a few times on MU about how Husbeast and I have a very, very open, relationship as far as things like that. We're very open to trying different things, so thank God that hasn't come up yet, but if it did.
Is there anything you wouldn't do?
Me?
Yeah, what is off limits?
Everything from 2 girls, 1 cup.
That's it. That is all that's, off limits for you.
Bestiality, really, really fucking off-the-wall shit is definitely off the table when it comes to me, but for the most part, I know I got some freaky-ass shit in my head, so, why not listen and at least try it out? If it's not going to hurt anybody or make me literally want to vomit, then sure, I'll try it.
Would you bend him over and put a strap on in his butt? Is that something you'd do?
I would totally do it, but he would not. He would not have any part of that.
I suppose that's good.
But, probably because he knew that if I did do that, I would be fucking with him the whole time.
Mike, have you ever licked your husband's butt or anything?
Have I ever licked it?
Yeah, put a finger in there. Yeah, have you?
Oh, yeah, I have. I'm not going to lie. I really hope he doesn't listen to this. Yes, I have tossed my husband's salad.
That's exciting. Now I can't picture him anymore without seeing you licking his asshole.
Right? It's like a sexy, ginger, freckled asshole. He's playing Call of Duty right now in the living room. Thank God it's loud from all the little explosions and gunshots, because if he could hear me, he'd probably come in here and be like, what the fuck? Really, bitch?
All right, I have a question. Is it cheating if you kiss a girl on your boyfriend? So many people send in questions about, oh, my God, I kissed a girl, and I'm not telling my boyfriend because it's not cheating. Well, what do you guys think? Is it cheating? Just because it is the same sex?
No.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
It depends on your relationship, but you shouldn't not tell them. It's
maybe you're vicarious. It's
still acceptable in my relationship, but not if I hid it. If that makes sense.
That does make sense. If you have an open relationship where things like that are okay and it's a mutual agreement, then it's not cheating. But if your boyfriend doesn't want you kissing other people, then, yeah, it's cheating. If you don't tell him, it's obviously because you're hiding something, because you're scared of his reaction. So deep down, you probably think it's cheating too. So I would say, yeah, it's cheating.
I just want all of you to know that Mary just had me mute her because she is taking a pee. Just want everyone to know that. We can hear you, Mary.
We can still hear you.
I'm fucking with her.
I wonder if we can hear.
We can hear you, Mary. You didn't
I know.
wash your hands, though.
Can everybody else hear me? Because I just walked into the living room and told Brian to never, ever listen to the show, and I haven't peed yet.
Okay. All right, Kadie, I think you had a topic you wanted to talk about.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, this is from one of my vagina friends, and she asked, if they limit abortion to only women who have gotten pregnant by rape or incest, how do they plan to keep women from just saying that they were raped to get an abortion? What do you guys think? Well, how would they, make sure that was the only way you could get an abortion?
You know what I would think? I would think that unless you had went to the hospital the night that you supposedly got raped and had a rape kit done on you, and you have proof of that, then it won't count. If you want to show up 3 months after the rape date and say, hey, I'm pregnant, then that makes sense. That they... You're distracting me. Okay, anyway, if you're going to show up 3 months pregnant and say, I was raped 3 months ago on this day, I need an abortion now, and they didn't report the rape when it happened, then I could honestly say that obviously you weren't that affected by the rape. If you didn't follow up on it in some way or do something about it, most women get some kind of help for it. They at least go to therapy for it. They would get a rape kit done. They would get tested for STDs. They would have done all this probably the day or two after. If you haven't done that, then you probably weren't raped to the extent that you need an abortion. You probably just want an abortion.
Do you want to hear my opinion?
Okay, but what if the woman's husband is abusive and they're currently separated and he rapes her? Is it okay for her to get an abortion because they're married, or is he not? Did he not rape her because they're married?
I think it's the same thing. I think if you were honestly raped by somebody, if you're in an abusive relationship and you're separated, then obviously you have some way of, being on your own, and you can go down to the hospital the next day and you can say that you were in an abusive relationship. You guys are separated and he forced you to have sex with him, in which case you would get the testing done and everything else, and you would qualify for abortion if you ended up pregnant. But if you don't report it, then it's your own fault.
What if a girl is too scared to report it? Like, what if that rape just, ruined their mind? And some girls do it. I mean, honestly, they hide and, don't admit it to anyone and just want to go into a deep depression. I mean, is it their fault?
Then in my opinion, usually, I don't know, you're not going to say anything to anyone, so I don't know, you wouldn't go down to the abortion clinic and be like, I'm raped, so I need to get an abortion. They probably just stuff it, and they probably wouldn't say anything about it, and they probably give birth to that baby and deal with it because they don't want to talk about it. But
okay,
I guess if they were... What?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Finish. I was going to say first off, I'm done peeing.
I don't know, I guess if you're raped, I feel like if you know that you cannot have an abortion, unless, if that was the law, if the law was passed that only people who were raped could have abortions, and you knew that there was a possibility that he came inside you and you could possibly be pregnant, you were really scared, you really didn't want to have that baby, then you should get the balls to go down to the clinic and do what you need to do so that way you don't have to live with carrying his child and you don't have to put yourself through it. If you can't, muster up the confidence to get through that, then you're going to be stuck. So I guess it's it's a personal decision. You'd have to really want to not give birth to that baby.
I can answer this.
Or, do the second best thing, the best thing, and put it up for adoption.
Exactly.
There we go. Adoption's great.
Okay, well, I am super duper pro-choice. Okay, I've posted on the page before about how I am pro-choice, and how I have had an abortion when I was a teenager. Mary, by the way. And I can also tell you that when I was 14, before I was willingly sexually active, that I was raped. And I didn't tell any, well, that's not true. I told one person, and they didn't believe me. They thought I was making it up. So from that point, I just didn't tell anyone else. And then I found out that the guy that raped me was telling everyone that we willingly had sex. So I just kind of, you know, I felt like nobody would believe me, so I shut down, and I just kind of went along with it. I mean, I was 14, you know? So in situations like that,
I mean, it does. It makes sense. But at that point, the law is right now pro-choice. Now,
well,
if the law changes and you know for a fact that you cannot get an abortion unless you're raped and you're faced with the decision, what would you do? Would you lie down the next day?
You know, I don't know. And I have so much respect for... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I asked this question because you guys don't know, well, caller, people listening don't know me. This situation actually happened to me, and I have a beautiful baby from it. But I think with this law, you know, might be passed with a president we probably won't even have. I mean, people have their own opinions on that. But I think if I was put in a situation, I mean, I talked to someone, so it was okay. But if I was put in a situation where I had to do it on their time and I had to, you know, answer to what they think is right when they're not the ones going through it, I don't honestly think they can make that kind of rule unless they've been through it. And I know, like, not every person in the office has gone through something like that. But I honestly think unless they really look inside of someone and figure it out how they feel, some girls do just, you know, some girls sadly commit suicide. Some girls just go into major depression and don't talk to anyone for years. I mean, I grew stronger and I have a beautiful child now. I don't think if somebody told me that I had to do what, you know, I'm not saying I had to get an abortion, but I had to do everything on their exact schedule. I think that's beyond me because there's no reason for me. It's like you're kind of at fault for what happened to you. Like you have to tell them because you haven't. Yeah. Well, I don't.
Well, that makes total sense. Like I'm not saying with everything that I said that I'm totally, we should ban abortion unless you're raped and you should have to prove it because I am absolutely pro-choice. I think that there should be a limit on how many abortions you get in a lifetime. I mean, you can only really be raped so many times. I mean, I guess that's not true, but if it's a continuous thing, at some point, you should stand up and say something. What?
2 minutes. And Mary wants to ask a question real quick, so.
Go ahead, Mary.
I'm sorry, I got a PM question from a fan, which always cracks me up, Pork Lo Mein. Pork Lo Mein says, I have my tubes tied, and I had sex with my husband the other day. We were upside down, and he had a condom on, but it broke. I want to know if I'm pregnant. I did 8 jumping jacks afterwards and 3 backflips. Could I possibly be pregnant?
Absolutely not. You do not have a little pork baby inside of you right now. There's no way possible.
No wonton. Don't worry.
No wonton? Are we sure?
No.
Pork Lo Mein, you're all good?
All good.
I hope so. If not, it's my fault. It's probably my baby.
Just put a garden hose up there next. You're good.
I ate pork lo mein the other day, so does that mean that I could possibly have a wonton inside of my belly?
Possibly. You probably could. You have a little wonton growing right now. Congratulations.
Could I be on that show, Monsters Inside of Me?
Probably.
Awkward silence.
I think the show was much more successful.
I'm watching the countdown, and we are almost to 30 seconds. So if anyone has anything else to say to wrap this show up,
I think this show went great. Much better than last night.
I love most of you fans.
All of our people in the chat right now are having, like, an abortion discussion.
Are they? Awesome.
We stirred up some meat.
Uh-oh. The pork lo mein? Did we stir up the pork lo mein?
I don't know about that. I think that might be a dead issue.
No, I think this is just, like, an abortion topic right now. Anyways. Well, all right, guys. We're off the air in about 5 seconds. So we'll be on again tomorrow at 11 p.m. All right?
Thanks for listening.
Bye. Bye.